So this book starts out with the first lesson, which is don't settle. And I think it's so important that this was the first step in this book, because subconsciously we're settling all the time. We settle when we put others' needs in front of our own. We settle when we're not truly paying attention to what we want. With college less than 6 months away, it was time for me to make a decision. Would I stay in state and go to Arizona State University, or would I venture to Rhode Island to go to Johnson & Wales University? Pros of going to ASU. Number 1, it's close to home, and number 2, it's closer to my friends and family. Cons of going to ASU. I wasn't eligible to study my first choice and major. I didn't have a scholarship, and I wouldn't get to play tennis. Pros of getting to go to Johnson & Wales. Number 1, it's out of state. Number 2, I have a scholarship. Number 3, I have the opportunity to continue playing tennis. And number 4, I would be able to study my first choice and major. Now finally, the cons of going to Johnson & Wales. I'd be so far away from all my friends and family. So after much consideration, I stopped listening to some of the people around me, and I started listening to what I wanted, what my heart was telling me. And that's how I found my answer. As of January 1st, I committed to Johnson & Wales University in Providence, Rhode Island. The example I use for my second step is tennis. It's such a mental sport. You have to go in wanting to win and believing that you can do it. Page 47 states, "When we rely on our thoughts alone, we get trapped in a web of negativity. Many of our thoughts become fear-based." When playing tennis, it's crucial that you have strong mental toughness in order to win. You can't let negativity get the best of you. As said on page 48, whatever you believe on the inside is manifested on the outside. Going into a match, you have to believe you're going to win in order to make it happen. Going into this match, I did not believe I had what it took to win. My coach helped redirect me to get to where I needed to be in order to believe in myself.
Okay, just take a big deep breath. Be confident. You can do this. You know you can do it. You've done it hundreds of times. Go out there and believe in yourself. Be positive.
Okay. With their help, I was able to get out of my own head and start thinking positive thoughts.
Let's go down to the tennis court and talk it up like yeah.
This step is about accepting who you are and embracing all the things that make you you. So take a look in the mirror and appreciate all the different parts of your personality that are unlike anyone else. In order to get to know myself a little bit better, I went out and did some of my favorite things to do. So I'm kind of obsessed with AJ's tea, like the grocery store AJ's. I go there almost every day and get the exact same thing.
Hi, can I have 2 large pineapple teas with an orange wedge, please? Yes, ma'am. Thanks.
Prison Mac, what's the very, very worst thing about prison?
Don't encourage him.
The worst thing about prison was the Dementors. They were flying all over the place and they were scary, and then they'd come down and they'd suck the soul out of your body and it hurt.
This past weekend I went volunteering for the first time. It was so cool getting to know that what you're doing was helping other people. When I volunteered for St. Mary's Food Bank, we made probably close to 1,000 boxes. And then I volunteered for a 5K and helped hand out water bottles and t-shirts. My dad and I love the Kennedy family, and we're obsessed with trying to figure out what happened with his assassination.
Everyone is voting for Jack, 'cause he's got what all the rest lack. Everyone wants to back Jack. Jack is on the right track.
This past December, we visited his house in Hyannisport, and then over spring break, we went to their Palm Beach residence. My dream job is to work at American Express in New York City. One way to play with the world is to go out with friends. Surround yourself with people who make you feel happy and excited. And when your plans don't go the way you want them to, you have to adapt to a new situation and make the best of it. When you play with the world and go with the flow, you can find a good time just about anywhere. On page 290, it says, "You can still be happy in this moment right now, by playing with the world around you and being fully present for the experience." This book has taught me a lot, and it's made me really want to take these lessons and actually use them in everyday life.
How do you feel about that, Maddy? You know, what I learned from my book, that was a bad shot, and I'm not going to settle for that shot, so I'm going to try again. Okay, gotta hit it this time.
As said on page 288, the more things we do that bring us joy, the happier and more fulfilled we will be. After reading this book, these past 30 days, I feel like I've really been able to make my happiness a priority. And I feel like it's so important that your happiness is taken priority over other people's. It's so important that at the end of the day, all the decisions that we make are based on what we want and what our hearts are telling us.